Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got two great stories to go over with you. One about, well, they're both about the Bay Area, but really they're a sign of the times and why no matter where you live in the country, you need to be concerned with what's going on in the very expensive locations around the country. So we're going to dive into these two stories and then I'm going to explain myself at the end. This gets me super pumped. All right, here we go. First story. Bay Area homes selling below asking price for the first time in 10 years. Anytime you hear a story about the first time in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you need to listen. No matter where you are located in the country, especially when we're talking about a location like Bay Area, California, we're talking about the richest of the rich, right? The most expensive homes. We want to talk about how much they're falling, why they're falling, and how they affect the country. I'm going to explain that in a second. So here we go. Let's dive in. San Jose, California, looking to buy a home in the Bay Area, the odds of scoring a deal could be tipping in your favor. For the first time in over a decade, homes in the region are selling on average for less than the asking prices. According to data from real estate brokerage Redfin, the milestone reflects a slowdown in the Bay Area's notoriously scorching housing market as rising mortgage rates squeeze out many would-be home buyers and hammering prices. This week, the average rate on a typical 30-year home loan hit 6.3%, double the historic lows during most of the pandemic when buyers rushed into the market in droves to take advantage of cheaper mortgages. The higher rate is boosting monthly home payments, sometimes by thousands of dollars. It says this time last year, you were absolutely enjoying that market, but it took a pretty sharp turn. This came from Matt Rubenstein, a Contra Costa County real estate agent. It says right here, just a year ago in May 22, as home prices peaked at record highs, the sales to list ratio reached 114% in San Jose metro area and 112% in the Oakland metro area and 111% in San Francisco metro. The shift in market forced one of Rubenstein's clients to slash the asking price of a suburban Lafayette home from $2 million to $1.7 after it sat unsold for 3 straight weeks. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's 15%. That's not that big of a deal. Let's dive over to this article, and then we're going to talk about the implications nationwide. This is out of Wolf Street. San Francisco Bay Area housing market plunges 35% from crazy peak. Where's demand supposedly coming from? First off, the peak was only 10 months ago or so, not even a full year. All right. So we're talking 35% gone in less than a year. I remember when I was talking and warning the country about this, and I was telling people to get ready for this, that you were going to see well over 50% fall in all kinds of locations around the country, and people laughed. That's over the long term of this real estate crash. And it's so easy to see this. People simply cannot afford the payments. And it blows my mind how professionals in the industry, like myself, professional real estate agents, owners of brokerages, like I've owned brokerages, people from Redfin and Zillow are all there to lie to you and literally just cheerlead you. Why? Because they make money off of commissions. To say that we have lost 35% in one of the most expensive locations in the country in less than a year, absolutely staggering. That is going to make this correction so much bigger and better, more opportunities for than what we saw during the Great Recession. Now check this out. In the first 10 months of Housing Bust 2, now the median price plunged a lot faster than in the first 10 months of Housing Bust 1, which was from 2007 to 2011. There better be a halfway decent spring selling season, which is supposed to already have started in San Francisco and Silicon Valley, because this is getting pretty bad, pretty fast. But it's hard to imagine just how good the spring selling season can be amid countless reports of layoffs, working from home somewhere else, with big numbers being thrown around about how many people have left Silicon Valley and San Francisco. The city of San Francisco alone lost about 56,000 residents, or about 6.3% of its population in the period from 2020 to 2022, according to census data, even as about 12,000 new housing units were completed over the same period. Let me stop right there and take a quick pause and explain something. In the last year of 2022, California lost 500,000 residents out to the rest of the world. And I know I get it. They brought the crazy with them, brought a lot of their politics, and they changed and challenged. And I got to be honest with you, really got a bad reputation for themselves because of the way they do business. But this is what it did. It caused a boom all over the country. They brought their big money because they were leveraged to the nine on their big properties in California. They took that money and brought it all around the country and caused all kinds of metropolitan areas to explode in value. And a lot of people think that they are immune from this crash because during the Great Recession, their home prices fell, but nowhere near like New York, Florida, and California. But the problem with this one and what makes this opportunity so great, so amazing, is that that boom happened all over the country because of this great migration. All over California, there are homes for sale right now that are completely vacant. Why? Because sadly, the people have either passed on or they've moved on and they literally still have the home in California. They're trying to sell it. It's vacant, not even staged, and they're living somewhere else. Well, they're about to become very, very needy of that money. And a lot of people moved just in the last year expecting to sell their homes in California for these outrageous prices. And now they've taken that money and they put it somewhere else. And now they need that money back and they're losing it rapidly. Like we reported on earlier, $2.3 trillion in value over the entire country's real estate market has been wiped away since June. Absolutely staggering. Now we're talking about a 35% drop in San Francisco. Wait till New York's numbers come out. Wait till Los Angeles comes out. Miami, Florida. Wait till you see the numbers coming out of certain parts of Idaho, Phoenix, Arizona, and Austin, Texas. This is going to be an amazing opportunity. So let's jump right back in real quick, and I want to show you what else I want to touch on right here. The median price in the 9-county Bay Area plunged by another 8% in January from December. 8% from January, in just January from December, by 17% year over year, and by 35%, or by $540,000 per property in the 10 months from the crazy peak of 2022. Here is the chart right here. So the question is this. This real estate market was fueled by literally monetary heroin, that being mortgage rates at record lows. We're talking about the lowest mortgage rates in history. What makes you think this is going to come back? That's the question. Right now, the Federal Reserve is saying you're about to feel pain. It's going to be uncomfortable. We have to get on top of inflation, which means they have to keep raising rates. This is going to be absolutely metabolic. I mean, I don't even have a word for it. I can't get over how excited I am. Why? Because it's so easy to take advantage of cycles. And this cycle is going to get ugly. And the more news that comes out like this, you are going to see people panic. Inventory is going to explode. You're going to have an explosion of people that have a lot of equity that they can drop rapidly just to get out of the market, to flee the sinking ship. You're also going to see an increase in foreclosures. Why do we know that? Because right now, bankruptcies are on pace to literally surpass 2010. We have not seen this many bankruptcies in 2022 since back in 2010, the bottom of the Great Recession. Guys, get ready for this. I'm going to put a link to the pre-filming discount of the course. I think we only have 1.5 weeks left. After the editor gets all the videos back to me, that course will be completed. I think right now we have about 3/4 of the lessons already published and edited on the course. So I hope you guys have a great day. And with that being said, the Real Estate Ninja is out.